Hi, my name is E.T. Barton from the Book Reviewers Club, and I am here today to talk about the book Golf Made Easy by Jeffrey Kern. There were actually three of us in the club who decided we were going to read and review this book, and I happen to be one of them. Now, to start off with, I know nothing about golf, absolutely nothing, but my stepfather is a huge golf fan. He's kind of on the amateur professional level. Like, he plays as often as he can, he's won competitions, he's really good at it. And, of course, I love my stepdad very much, so I kind of wanted to know why he loved it so much. So that's kind of why I wanted to read this book. I wanted kind of an inside peek without actually having to pay a fortune for most of the books that are out there. So I got this book and I read it. And then before I posted this review, thought about what the other reviewers had said. And I couldn't help but think that I needed to approach this review from a different angle. So I'm going to tell you a little story real quick. And it may seem like it doesn't apply to this book, but it actually does. I am a writer, as well as a book reviewer, and a couple of years ago I joined a roller derby team. Now, I love roller derby, but when I started I knew absolutely nothing about it. I could hardly do a lap around the rink without almost falling. So I was coming from an angle of complete beginner, complete newbie. And no matter how much I practiced, we had all of these skills that we had to learn one after the other, and it was so exciting because every day was something new to learn, something new to master. But it was also very painful because you fall a lot and you sprain things you didn't know you could sprain, and you just end up having a lot of fun. But still, I wanted to master these things because I wanted to get in on the action, and the action is where the games are and where people are hitting each other. Because of that, I started asking everybody I knew, how do you master this skill? How do you master a knee slide? How do you master a rock star slide? How do you do how do you do a T-stop? How do you do some of the basic things? And I would always get the same answer. The answer was always, just do it. You just do it. You just don't think about it and you do it. And that didn't work for me as a new. The problem wasn't necessarily me. The problem was that the people that I were asking had been doing it for so long, they had forgotten how to do it from the ground up, how to do it from scratch, which is where I was at. And finally, thankfully, I met several instructors who had actually worked with newbie roller derby people from the ground up, and they had some little tips and tricks and secrets that were so simple, so incredibly simple, that I would master the skill within days. Something I'd been working on for months, boom, I'd have it in like one practice, and I was just like, oh my God, where have you been? If I had only learned this months ago, that's so much pain I would have never felt. And it was very frustrating. And so at the time I told myself, if I ever write a book about roller derby, I'm going to write it about this. About from the ground up. These little tips and tricks and secrets and stretches that you can do that will get you into shape so much faster. I'm not going to focus on strategies in hitting, making points, any of that stuff, because quite honestly, what somebody new to the game needs is the secrets, the basics, the secrets of the basics. And because I wanted to write that book, I could see what this author was trying to do with this book. This author wrote this book for people who know nothing about golf, people like me, who maybe want to learn more, who maybe want to take their golf step to the next level. He wrote the tips and the tricks and the secrets and the stretches that'll get you into shape fast, and he approached the book not from a strategy viewpoint or how to hit the ball the long distance. He focused on the putt because he feels that that's where the magic really happens. That when you master the putt, you'll feel more confident in playing the rest of the game. And I gotta respect that. I mean, I really do. So for me to read this book, I could see right away that this was a guy who was talking to somebody who knew nothing. And on top of that, he loves the game. He's passionate. I don't know how long he's been playing, but he knows what the tricks and secrets are for the newbie. He's not going to tell you, just go do it. And that's great, because I think somebody new to the game, that's what they need to learn. So most of the book is focused on the putt. Some of it is focused on picking the right golf club and where to hit on the golf club. I mean, that was kind of a surprise. I've heard people kind of talking about the grip and the swing and all that stuff on TV, because I mean, when you watch TV, that's on it all the time. But I'd never heard somebody say, hey, the sweet spot on your golf club is right here, and this is how you find it. And he's got that in there, which I thought was really cool. Now, this is not a book that, like, a New York publisher might have taken and accepted, because all the pictures in it are actually, they were done by the author. Like, he grabbed a model and he said, come on, you and I are going to go out to the golf course, you're going to do these poses I want you to do, and we're going to put these in the book. And because of that, you see the same, basically the same two models throughout the book. One of them is probably him, I'm guessing, but that's just a guess. And you see the sequence. And now if this book had gone to New York, they would have reshot all of the pictures with a professional in the studio. So the fact that this book is actually written by somebody passionate about the game and somebody who took the time to take the pictures himself makes me think that New York wouldn't have wanted to publish the book. So I'm glad to see that he published it. It's a short read, lots of pictures, lots of information, and it really is for the newbie person. I think if you really want to master your putt, this is a great place to start. And for me, if I wanted to learn more about golf, I would take this book down to the golf course, to the miniature golf course, not the real golf course. And I would try with a miniature golf course. And I think that's what's so great about the book. So all in all, because I would read the book again and again, and because I would use it to learn more about playing golf, I have to give the book 5 stars. I mean, it's well written, it's well formatted, and the pictures are good. So, for me, that's what makes a book worth reading. And the fact that it's short. I love that it's short, because honestly, I hate books that have so much fluff that you can't even get through them. And this book you can get through in like an hour or two. So, all in all, 5 stars. Definite read if you want to learn to play golf. And that's basically my review. Again, E.T. Barton, bookreviewers.club.com. Have a nice one.